What's going on, everybody? Let's talk about a few things in the DC realm, such as Superman, Wonder Woman, and, well, more Superman. How about it? All right, first up, let's talk a little Superman. Kevin Foggy of, Marvel Studios fame has seen Superman, and he has some very choice words to say about it. He says, "I love that you just jump right into it. You don't know who Mr. Terrific is? Tough. You'll figure it out. This is a fully fleshed out world. David Cornsweet, the new Superman, he was awesome." Guys, look, this is possibly the greatest producer of all time saying these things. He is not mincing words. He is sitting here saying, look, this movie is great. It is a fun time. It is something that you jump into. Look, if you don't know who these characters are, oh well, you're gonna find out in the movie. That's the beauty of this world. He understands what James Gunn is doing. He understands that this is going to be different than Marvel. He understands that, and that's what a lot of other people need to do to get into their heads. And that was something that I brought up in my early reviews. That's what some other people brought up in their reviews as well, is once you can get kind of past the typical tropes of a superhero film and understand, like, hey, this is a different kind of superhero movie. This is something different that we've seen before. Once you can get past that and you just allow yourself to get pulled into this world, well, guess what? You're going to have yourself a damn good time and enjoy yourself. And Kevin Feige allowed himself to do that, and it looks like he had a good time. And then, of course, he props up David Cornsweet as being awesome because he was awesome. He is Superman. He encapsulates everything that is Superman. So it's great to see that the other side of the aisle, you're talking about Marvel, the head of Marvel Studios, the guy that everybody thinks that, look, Marvel versus DC. No, he wants DC to be as successful as it can be, just as DC wants Marvel to be as successful as it can be, because it will prop both of them up. So it's great to see that that is going on and that he appreciated Superman. Next up, sticking with the whole DC realm. Well, everything's going to be DC here, but Wonder Woman has its writer in Ana Nagwaria. She has officially been tapped to write the Wonder Woman film. Now, that name may sound familiar to you because she is the one who wrote the upcoming Supergirl movie, and she has also been working on the Teen Titans movie or Teen Titans project for the DCU. I think this is really, really great news for a couple of reasons. Obviously, James Gunn, Peter Safran loved the Supergirl script. They've talked highly about it. They've talked about how Supergirl wasn't in their realm of like, hey, this is going to be something that needs to be done. But they pitched an idea, they wrote the script, they thought the script was amazing, was great, so they got it into production. They pushed it into production because they had a great script and they loved what she did so much that they said, hey, we want to make a Teen Titans film. Do you have an idea? And boom, she was working on the Teen Titans project. And now Wonder Woman, they're keeping her in the house of DC, and they got her working on Wonder Woman. They really must like working with Ana Nagwaria, which is great to see. We're going to see how great her work is when Supergirl comes out next June. And hopefully it works out. Hopefully it continues. Look, there's so many people out there who sit there and say, I don't want to see Gunn touch everything. I don't want to see Gunn touch everything. Well, this is proof that Gunn is like, look, trust me, we're getting the best writers and getting people that we trust and like and want to see succeed in the business. They like what Ana Nagwaria is doing. So let's see what's going to happen here. I love seeing this. I love that there's going to be some symmetry, some similarities building in this world, which is a really good thing to see, because when you have similar writers, or the same writers kind of going project to project in some form or fashion, you're at least going to see some similarities in the tone, not so much the tone, but the feel of the universe, which is going to be very helpful when you're starting to build a universe. So I do like that aspect of it. But again, we have different writers that are doing things like Lanterns, and James Gunn doing Peacemaker and Superman, and somebody doing Clayface. And there's going to be different writers. Even Brave and the Bold's going to have a different writer, who I know a lot of people think is Drew Goddard. I know there's a crazy rumor out there right now that it's somebody that hopefully it's not. But we'll see what what goes on with that. But this is great to see. Look, DC is chugging along, guys. It's moving ahead full steam. I know so many people want to sit there and act like Superman's a failure, so DC's not going to be here for long. But guys, it's here. It's moving along. It's chugging along. It's going to be here for a long time to come. And this is just great news to hear. All right. Next thing I want to bring up is Grace Randolph. I know. She made some ridiculous comments on her latest movie math that I kind of want to bring up here. Now, one thing that she did say was pretty great. I don't have that clip here, but one of the things that she said while talking about movie math was how you don't fit the marketing in separately, because people will take the marketing and say, oh, the budget for the movie is $225, then the marketing of $125, and then you add that together and blah, blah, blah. And she was like, you don't add that together. It's all kind of fitting in with the $225. Yes and no. I mean, that's finicky water there. Regardless, she's not wrong in stating that the break-even point is somewhere in the 500s range. We've known that. So that's something that you need to understand. At the break-even point where they start making money, profit is in the 500s range. That's correct. That's 100% correct. According to Grace Randolph, according to James Gunn, according to a lot of people. So that's right. So I give her credit for that. Look, I will give flowers when it's due, and she was right on that. But this is kind of ridiculous. So here's what she has to say.
First line is that James Gunn's Superman has to surpass Zack Snyder's Man of Steel. Or else, as I touched on last week, what are we doing here? Why did we go through all this drama for lesser results? It would be ridiculous. So I would say if Gunn's Superman can't pass 670, it's very high. I mean, before Superman came out, we'd be like, of course it's going to pass that. But now you're like, whoo, what number? 6 what? So no matter how Gunn or Zazzy or Warner Brothers or anybody tries to spin it, that's pretty darn bad if it can't pass 670.
All right. She's an idiot. That is just ridiculous talk. Okay, that's ridiculous talk. She's not taking into account, like so many of the Snyder Bros do, like so many people that want to seem like they're smart, seem like they're intelligent, like they want to do is they want to sit there and say, what is the point of making a new universe if this movie can't surpass a movie from 15 years ago? What is the point of doing this if it can't surpass a movie that came out in 2013? Like, what is the point of this? Well, there's a lot. There's a lot. First and foremost, if you head over to SlavsFreeTalk.com, I wrote a whole article about this. I've written many articles explaining the current state of the comic book movie genre, the current state of theaters and movies in general. This is the reason for it, okay? So I kind of want to go into it here. First off, Superman has broken a streak for DC films, which I don't think a lot of people understand. That's number one. And number two, this is a comeback, baby. This is a comeback for DC like nobody is giving credit to. All right. So first and foremost, I know you guys are probably getting sick of me saying this. Let's just take a look here. She wants to sit there and say, well, what's the point of them making this if it can't surpass Man of Steel's numbers in 2013? Well, that's just asinine to say, because in 2013, I mean, the average superhero movie was over $600 million, close to $700 million box office. Like, that's what it was. Worldwide box office was nearly $700 million. In today's day, you're lucky to make $300 to $400 million box office in a superhero movie. So that's number one. So the fact that James Gunn's Superman has already made $400 and some odd million, well, that's a victory in itself, because it's already getting to the median, the average, going to surpass the average in the modern market. So that's a victory right there, okay? Now, it has surpassed this year Thunderbolt and Captain America, the other two comic book movies that came out this year. Thunderbolts made $382 million globally, and Captain America made $415 million globally. All right? It's already going to surpass those two movies. So, again, that's why because it's showing, hey, DC is doing something right. It was able to surpass one of the biggest studios out there, Marvel Studios, in their comic book movies. It was able to surpass those. And it's showing, as I just showed you in the chart there, that the medium is around $390 to $450 million average between 2023 and 2024. Going into 2025, that average is still the same. That average is still the same going into this year. But Superman is going to go above that. It's going to be over $500 million. It's probably going to hit over $600 million. So it's going to be well above that average when all is said and done. So that's why, even if it doesn't go over 670, let's say it doesn't go over 670, it's still above the current average. That's number one, Grace Randolph. Number two, tickets sales are down 42% domestically since 2010, 2013, whatever Man of Steel dropped, 2013. 42% domestically. And it's down 30% worldwide. That's ticket sales. So I showed you what it looks like for comic book movies, but at large scale when it comes to theaters, movies as a whole. Ticket sales are down 42%. Yet, domestically, Man of Steel grossed $291. You can see right here, $291 in its entire run domestically. As of right now, Superman has made $235 million in just 10 days domestically. So that's only, it needs 60 million more roughly to surpass that. A little more than 60 million more to surpass that. It's going to surpass that. So even with domestic ticket sales down 42% compared to when this movie came out, it's going to surpass that domestically. So again, I sit here and say, Grace, this is why we're doing it. This is why Warner Brothers created DC Studios. This is why they hired James Gunn. This is why James Gunn is doing what he's doing. And then one more thing. Superman has already outgrossed every DCEU film since Aquaman, which made $1.1 billion. Now, Aquaman 2 made $440 million. And in that run, you had, 5 films? In the last 5 films, it has surpassed. Come on. That's why they're doing it. Because every DCEU film was failing. So your movie math that you're so proud of doing every week, Grace Randolph, you failed. I did better movie math than you in my article here, Grace Randolph. Again, Grace Randolph, your movie math failed. Yes, you can sit there and say, oh, the box office is this, the box office is that, and if it doesn't do this, then it's going to... No, you have to look at the current trends. Don't look at what something 15 years ago did, because what was the state of America, the world, what was going on then is not the same as what's going on today. It is much different. So there you have it, guys. Wanted to give you a clear picture of that. Superman is doing fine. It's doing great. Will it surpass at 670? I still think it's going to hit around 700 million. I do. I think it's going to hit around 700 million. I think it has the legs to do it. People are still loving this movie, going back and seeing it, I know my daughter wants to see it again. My son wants to see it again. I have my stepson who hasn't seen it yet. He wants to go see it. There's still people in my family that want to go back and see it again. So it'll be my third time, some of their second time, some of their first time. So I'm probably going to go see it at least one more time, maybe 2. Who knows? And I'm not the only one like that. I know others are going to be like that, going to see it again and again. Yes, Fantastic Four comes out this week. Sure, it's gonna do some damage. It's gonna pull some people away from Superman. But I tell you what, if people come out of Fantastic Four not feeling the same excitement, hope, and joy that they did from Superman, guess what's going to happen? They're going to turn around and go see Superman again. That's what's going to happen. But let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Let me know in the comments below. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, and make sure you check out Slav's Free Talk for articles like this and more on all your favorite pop culture stuff. With all that said, guys, I'll check you all out later.